Hi, I'm Jason Wexler, and this is Exemplify Agile. Today's topic, Agile interview questions. Where would you rank yourself on the ShuHaRi scale? So the way I would answer this, and this may not apply to you, but this is my answer, and you can take from it what you will and utilize it and make it your own. But my first question would be, are you asking me for a gauge of my Agile expertise, or are you asking for my understanding of ShuHaRi and where I fit? And they are different, and I'll tell you why. Let's assume first that they say, rank your Agile expertise. I will assume that you have a good idea of where you are and can express that. And if you're going into an interview, at very least, you should be able to express that. So I won't go into that in great detail, but just be ready to go into an interview saying, I understand where I'm at, I can express it, and go from there. Now, the more complex the answer, I'm looking for a gauge of your understanding of ShuHaRi and how you fit. So how do I respond to that? Well, the way I respond, and you want to say, once again, make this your own, but the way I respond is by saying, defining ShuHaRi. And I would start by saying, so the Shu level is really the true student. You are looking to learn and grow, and you are looking to be protected a little bit by a mentor or a master. You are curious, and you are looking to discover more. And I'm going to say this right here, just for the record, I believe that most people who are Agile practitioners are at the ShuHaRi or the Shu level and should stay there, because the inherent curiosity in that phase, the acceptance that you have flaws, that you have places to grow, I think is more an embodiment of what Agile is and what Agile should be than claiming to be an expert. But it may not be where you're at, and it's not where I'm at necessarily. But I think most Agile practitioners should strive for a constant state of Shu. I almost think that if you get beyond it, you should try to get back there. And that sounds weird when you're talking about ranking yourself in a job interview, but I do think Shu is more the embodiment of Agile than Ha or Ri. Now let's say I want to consider myself at the Ha level. So the first thing I would say is, where have I created my own path? Like, how have I been unique from other Agilists? How have I maybe disagreed with the Agile community? And the most recent thing I can think of is really kind of pushing back against the idea that Agile is just this mindset, because I think that it is more than a mindset. And I've said this in some of my other videos, I've mentioned this, that there is a more systematic view that needs to be taken into consideration. It is a collection of mindsets. It's the environment you work in. Now, granted, creating the right environment is part of the Agile principles that I think that has been overlooked, and really the Agile community has grown away from that. But for me personally, I believe that we are as a community going in a direction where we think we can change one mind at a time, and that will have an impact. So for me, my, deviation is that, I'm going to push back against changing individuals and looking at the system view, and looking to utilize Agile concepts in that system I'm trying to enact change in. So that'd be what I'd say Shu. Now, third, Ri, right? Is that even obtainable in Agile? And I would say it's not obtainable. You can be maybe approaching Ri, but I think that it's problematic to be approaching Ri. I think it is I think believing yourself to be a true master and a true, how do I put this? The belief that you can rely entirely on your assumptions, which is what is required to reach that level in order to have a natural and instinctual response to an external stimuli, in and of itself isn't necessarily agile. So as you approach Re, you actually are getting farther and farther away from what is agile. And that's problematic. So when I say that great agile practitioners should not be striving for Re, but should be striving to get back to Shu, and occasionally dive into Ha, like that, I think that is the best way to understand that concept in its relation to Agile. It is not about, I want to be the best expert in Agile. I think you should strive to be Agile, not to be an Agile expert. So that's why I think that while some people strive for mastery, if you're truly an Agilist, you should strive to be the student. So until next time, fail fast and learn something.